up? I am back after a long awaited time of only doing my tags. So I thought for this week's video I would do 4th of July DIY snacks, DIY treats just related to 4th of July. I did have some difficulties, so just enjoy it. For these treats I'm going to show you, you need clear cups, you need Twizzlers, 2 types of pretzels. I chose square and the long ones. Then food coloring, chocolate melts, and marshmallows. For the first one, you're just going to need the long pretzels, candy melts, some bowls to mix in, wax paper, and food coloring. First, start off with putting a sheet of wax paper down. Next thing you're going to want to do is pour some chocolate melt into a bowl and just melt them in 30-second intervals till they're all completely melted and mixed in together. Now what I'm going to do is take my chocolate sticks and just cover about half with chocolate. You can do the whole thing or you can do it however you'd like, but I'm choosing to do about half, close to like maybe 1/3 of the stick. So I ended up splitting my chocolate to do 2 different bowls so I can add color to my chocolate pretzels. But every time I put the liquid dye into the chocolate, it just turned it into like chunks and like it just like dried up really fast. So I ended up doing something a little different. With my little utensil I'm using to put the food dye, I was just putting the red dye onto the stick, and then since the chocolate was still warm on the pretzel, I was kind of doing it like a tie-dye type of thing on there to somehow make red and blue onto my chocolate sticks. They ended up looking like tie-dye, so I like the finished product. For the next DIY treats, you're going to need clear cups, marshmallows, Twizzlers, any pretzels you're choosing to make, and your chocolate. So this time what I did with the chocolate was I put a drop of the dye onto my fork, and then at the top I lightly went on the chocolate, just very lightly, that way it can add some color. And then I'm just going to dip my pretzels into the blue and take them out and put them on the wax paper to dry out. Now for my Twizzlers, I'm just going to be cutting them up into pieces. And once my pretzels are done, I'm going to put my pretzels in on top of the marshmallows. And then my Twizzlers on top of the pretzels. That way you get the colors red, white, and blue, but they're not really in the order. They're just there inside the cups. For the last DIY treats, we're going to be making chocolate bark. So what I'm doing is just on parchment paper, I'm laying down melted chocolate, kind of a thick layer. That way it doesn't stick to the parchment paper, and I'm able to lift it up and cut it into pieces. Now that my chocolate's laid out, I'm just putting a drop onto my fork. And I'm just going to be tie-dyeing this chocolate while it's warm to get the effect. That way my chocolate doesn't turn into chunks and get hard like earlier. Once I'm done adding the blue that I liked and put it to the way I enjoyed it or how it looked, I'm just going to be adding my red vines again to get the red, white, and blue effect. Right here, I'm just going to be cutting my chocolate bark into different pieces. Alright, you guys.
Oh, you're recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, guys, so these are my snacks.
Yes.
Which ones are you guys going to try first? The pretzels, the party cup, or the bark?
Pretzel.
Pretzel, okay. Grab one.
That was good.
Okay, stop chewing. Okay, put it down. And then you guys, what's next? The party cups?
First, I'm gonna try the pretzel.
That's good too.
Oh, good.
I wonder. It must taste like pretzel covered in chocolate. What's next?
Now it's the Twizzler. Okay. Now it's the
No chocolate to the ground.
I know. Squishy.
Ew.
Tastes like marshmallow.
Ew, I didn't like that sound.
It's satisfying. Just kidding. Wait.
This one. I got the biggest one.
I got the
Mine
biggest
looks
one.
like a shoe.
I got the biggest one. Yeah, it looks like, no. It does not.
Yummy. I like it.
Was it good?
Is something in?
No, you guys are just... It's all candy. It's so bad.
I like it.
All right. What do you rate the pretzels out of 1 to 10?
10.
12.
Okay, the party cup,
10.
10.
the bark.
10.
10.
You weirdos. Ew. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys try out these snacks, and I'll see you guys next time I post.